We'll come to partnership later. Let us first start with questions. Yes, please. Question number one. I want you to quickly start participating. Early morning. I know you like to get up late. That's a that's a that's not a bad habit. It's absolutely okay. Let's begin. Question number one. Suresh for 2 years invested 500 in SBI. He also invested 300 in ICICI for 4 years. At the end of, he received 220. What must have been the rate of interest? Yes, please. One of the easiest possible ways to solve this is, let me take rate of interest as 1 rupee. Sorry, 1%. Then at 1%, SBI 10 rupees, ICICI 12 rupees, total 22 rupees. But in reality, it is 220. It is 10 times. The rate of interest is 10 times. This is the oral way. You want to solve it? Solve. Let the rate of interest be R. Let me go back and explain this shortcut first. I said I assume the rate of interest as 1%. Then I can do it orally. Then in 2 years at 500 rupees investment, I only earn 10 rupees interest. Similarly, 300 rupees invested for 4 years, please understand, into 1 divided by 100 is another 12 rupees. So 10 and 12 makes it 22 rupees. I find out orally that my interest is 22 rupees when my rate of interest is 1%. But in reality, it's 220, 10 times. The rate of interest must be 10%. Rate of interest is 10%. All right, next question. Now I want you to solve this quickly. रमन ने कुछ पैसे बोरो किए, first 2 years 6%, next 3 years 9%, and 14% for the rest of the period. How much money did he borrow? So the principal is basically first put to use for 2 years at 6%. Then the same principal at 9% for 3 years. And the remaining period, 5 years gone out of 9 years. How many years left? 4 years. At the rate of 14% for 4 years. Now, all this looks very cumbersome to me. Let me just give you an alternate method. If I assume 100 rupees to be my money, अगर मैं 100 rupees assume करूँ तो पहले 2 साल में first 2 years 12 rupees, अगले 3 साल 27 rupees, and next 4 years 56 rupees. So 56 plus 12, 68 plus 27, 95 rupees. And then I apply unitary method. मैं फिर से explain कर रहा हूँ आपको. What I'm trying to say is, let my principal be 100 rupees. So in 2 years, I earn at the rate of 6%, 12 rupees. Next 3 years, at the rate of 9%, I earn 27 rupees. What was the last rate of interest, students?
14%.
14%. 14%. Was it 14%? And 9% before? Yeah. 6, 9, and 14. 9 for 3 years, 14 for the rest. Perfect. I just thought I lost. Okay. So 14 fours are 56 rupees I earn. So this total earning, if I assume my principal to be 100, is 95. Now please understand unitary method here. Simple. अगर मेरा income 95 है, तो मेरा principal कितना था? 100. But मेरा अगर 1 rupee है, तो this will be 100 upon 95. And if it is 11,400, now I'm explaining it, that's why this is looking so cumbersome. But honestly, it is not so difficult to figure out, because this is 9, this is 20, and this is 19. 19 6 are. So you get 12,000. This is one way of doing it. The other way, of course, is the traditional method that was discussed there. Are you following what I'm trying to discuss? If you apply this, you might be able to do this orally. You might be able to do this orally. This is absolutely fine. I have nothing against it, but I don't like to solve too many equations. Next question. Very interesting question. Quickly. Yes, please. Find the difference between the two parts of his salary. If in the first part you got simple interest at 15% per annum 4 years, which was same as the second part, which he invested at 20% for 3 years. 15% for 4 years is 60%, 20% for 3 years is 60%. If it is giving you exactly same, then it has the money had to be equal. So the difference is zero. Otherwise, they can't be equal. Are you getting my point? Both are 60%. Look at it. Don't always use pen and paper to solve everything. Look at the two parts. Both parts is 60%. If it's the same as the second part, it means that they are equal. The money was also equal. So the difference between the two parts is zero. %15 4 years, 20% 3 years. If they are equal, the money has to be 4,300. No need to solve it. Let's go back to the question and see. No need to solve this. Because apparently, you know that if it is equal to the second part, if 60% of both the money they are giving you equal, it is only possible when the money amounts are equal. If the amounts are equal, it is 4,300 and 4,300. So the difference between the two parts is zero. These are questions from simple interest. Amount becomes 6 times. When amount becomes 6 times, it is actually interest is 5 times. Please remember this. Your salary, चलिए सुबह सवेरे अच्छी बातें सोचते हैं आपकी सैलरी 1 लाख रुपए है per month, 1 lakh. It becomes 6 times. It becomes 6 lakhs. What is the increase? Increase is 5 lakhs. So if your amount is 6 times, your interest is 5 times. Now it's easy. What is the rate of interest? Amount is 6 times. So interest is 5 times. Simple, straight question. I'm sure everybody understands this question. Is this okay? So how was your farewell? Everybody went to college? Offline farewell? Yes, Abhin, Arpit, we're all unmuted. So there is. I request you to keep yourself on mute mode unless and until, only unmute yourself when you have to speak. Abhin Pokhriyal and Arpit Kumar. If you could keep yourself on mute, please. Thank you. Is this okay, students? Can we proceed to the next question? So if my principal has become 6 times, my amount is now 6p. So the interest earned is 5p. Interest earned is 5p. This also we can do orally. Yes, please. Difference between the two parts. Yeah, Swapnil, you're absolutely correct. Difference between two parts is given to be 130. Now, this is one way of doing it. I like to do it orally. So, how do we do it? I assume my rate of interest as 1%. I assume my rate of interest as 1%. So 2000 rupees, 4 years, I earn 80 rupees. And 2250 for 4 years, I earn 90 rupees. I find that the difference between the two is 10 rupees. But in reality, it is 130, 13 times. So rate of interest is 13 times. It is 13%. Did you follow what I said? There's a lot of hue and cry about time and work, pipes and cistern, time, speed, distance, profit and loss, interest. You can solve at least 50% questions orally from all these chapters. Orally. बिल्कुल आपको पेपर पेन की जरूरत नहीं होती. I repeat one more time. Let the rate of interest be 1%. I always take principal hai, I take 100. Rate of interest 1%. If it is 1%, then the interest earned for 4 years is 80 rupees. And with 2000, and interest earned in 4 years on 2250 is 90 rupees. Students, the difference between the two interests earned is 10 rupees. The question says a man got 130 less, 13 times. So my rate of interest is also 13 times. Is that okay? Are you following, please? Yes, no, maybe? Quickly, please. All right,
Yes,
great.
yes.
Okay. Next. कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट ये तो हमेशा ओरली करना चाहिए. principal which will amounts to नहीं. Let's delete this. What is the question? 270.4 in 2 years. 4%. Abhin, it's correct. Harshvardhan, 250 is correct. एक तरीका है इसको सॉल्व करने का. Amount is equal to principal 1 plus R 100. This is one way of doing it. I take principal to the other side. Sorry, this entire thing. So this becomes 270.40. This is 26 upon 25 two times. 26 upon 25 two times. This will give you your principal by the traditional way. By traditional way. Is this okay? So you get this value as 250. I somehow don't like this method. So I'll teach you the other method. देखिए आप ध्यान से देखेंगे 100 रुपीज पे 4% 2 years में क्या होगा 8 रुपीज सिंपल इंटरेस्ट. कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट क्या होगा a little more, slightly more. So if my amount is 108 point something or maybe 109, 108 plus, my principal has to be 100. Okay, now 270.40. Let's do backward integration here. अगर मैं 200 रुपीज अपने प्रिंसिपल को रखता हूं तो 8% makes it 16 rupees. 250 रखता हूं तो 20 rupees. 250 plus 20 marginally greater than that. Why marginally greater? Please understand. कभी भी आप पैसे इन्वेस्ट करते आप 1 साल या 2 साल के लिए ना करें, आप लंबे समय के लिए करें, क्योंकि कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट के साथ एक अच्छी बात क्या है, व्हाट इज कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट? इट इज द इंटरेस्ट अर्न्ड ऑन योर ओन इंटरेस्ट. फॉर एग्जांपल, यू डिपॉजिट एट 10% every year. So suppose you deposit 1 lakh rupees in the bank for 10%. The first year your interest is only 10,000. Next year, students, there is 1,000 rupees earned on this interest also. So compound interest next year your interest will be 11,000. उसके बाद के year में it will be 13,100. And then it starts to increase faster. So one of the thumb rules is, so in 2 years, the difference between simple interest and compound interest is not much. So 0.40 was the factor that was brought about by the compound, because the rate of interest is very low. Is this okay? आप मैं फिर से आपको एक बार लिख के बता देता हूँ. देखिए 250 रुपीज अगर मैंने अज्यूम किया होता बैकवर्ड इंटीग्रेशन में 4% के हिसाब से 20 रुपीज इंटरेस्ट बन जाता है, और इस दोनों को ऐड करने पे 270 प्लस चाहिए मुझे वैल्यू. So this is my answer. Are you getting my points? अच्छा, आप वापस क्वेश्चन आके देखिए. बहुत ऐसा नहीं है कि ऑप्शन बड़े पास होते हैं. कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट क्यों मैं और आप ओरली कर पाते? क्योंकि ऑप्शंस थोड़े दूर होते. लुक एट द ऑप्शंस. 220, 225, 250. 225 का अगर आपने कैलकुलेशन किया 9 रुपीज, 9 का 10 हो जाएगा कंपाउंड इंटरेस्ट 235, नॉट 270. So it has to be 250. Options will give you the answer. Is this okay, students? Otherwise, the method that I talked of earlier, amount is equal to principal 1 plus R upon. Okay, do this. What happened? Mr. Dukal invested 20,000. 9040. Sultan is saying, okay. 20,000 with rate of interest 20% per annum. The interest was compounded half yearly for first 1 year, and in the next year it was compounded yearly. What will be the total interest earned at the end of 2 years? All right. Let me first explain what the question talks about. The question says that the money was 20,000 and there is a concept of compound interest applied here. Total time is 2 years. First 1 year, this money is put compound interest. If I put it in compound interest, students, the rate of interest will become half because it becomes 6 monthly. So amount that it will become will be equal to 1 plus 10 upon 100 2. Why 2? Because half yearly. So 1 year becomes 2. That's why rate of interest becomes half. Please understand this concept. Whenever the time is doubled, rate of interest shall become half. So 1 year, because the question says it is compounded half yearly, then in that case, it will become 20,000 into 11 upon 10 into 11 upon 10. So what will your amount become? One 21 times 200, which is nothing but 24200. Now, students, please understand. Next year, what happens? It is now we will apply. We can apply because it is 1 year, so we can apply simple interest also. Because in 1 year it doesn't change, but I have changed my principle now. The only difference between simple interest and compound interest is that my previous amount becomes my new principal, and 10% of this is how much? Sorry, 20% of this. Then because it is 1 year, so 20% of this is how much? 4840. 4840 plus 24200. You add the two, you will get 9040. So what Sultan said was absolutely correct. Let me now make it much simpler. Much simpler. This is still complicated as per my norms. So
Sir,
yes, please.
sir, I have understood still to 24200 the first year. Afterwards, what we have done, sir?
So this becomes your new principal. Now, first 1 year amount, compound interest and simple interest do not change. So my interest earned will be 20% of this money in the second year. So interest earned is 4,840. So the total interest earned will be sum total of the two. Total interest earned will be sum total of the two. 9040. Let me explain it in a much simpler manner. Suppose I want to do it orally. Suppose I want to do it orally. All right. Students, 20,000. First 6 months. Let's break it into simple interest question. First 6 months. What happens in first 6 months? Let's understand this. First 6 months, my interest is 10%. Do you agree? Because 20% for the entire year. So my interest earned is 2,000. Now, the only thing that we have to keep in mind in compound interest is that this amount will be added. Now, second 6 months, now 22,000 got 10%. Is how much? 2,200. This is my interest. Now, the last part, I add 4,200 or 2,200 to this. It becomes 24,200. Now I do it in one step because this is compounded annually 20%. So what is the interest? Interest earned is 4840. So I break it into 3 steps of simple interest. Is this much simpler or not? And you add this. The total sum total will come out to be 9040, and that is your answer. Is this okay, students? Now this only gets clubbed into steps that I'll do next time. Are you following what I did here right now? First 6 months, next 6 months, and the second year. So this is how we break it up. Is this okay, all of you? Yeah, this is much simpler, and this is how you can arrive at your answer. Otherwise, of course, you can apply the formula of compound interest and you can get the answer. All right. Next question. Now, what we have done here is amazingly beautiful. You can get it in one step. Every time you apply compound interest, the steps can be clubbed. So here I've applied, because my rate of interest was halved, so into 2, because 2 cycles. Next time it is 1 year, so I add 20%. That's it. 1 plus. So 1 plus R upon 100. And when you multiply them, successive compound interest gets taken care of. This is one step calculation. But if you want to do it orally, convert it as simple interest. Is this okay? Let's move on. A sum of money on compound interest amounts to 10648 in 3 years and 9680 in 2 years. Find the rate of interest. Quickly, very fast. Very fast. Yes, please. If you apply common sense, this question is very, very easy. A sum of money on compound interest amounts to 10,648 in 3 years and 9,680 in 2 years. Find the rate of interest per annum. Very interesting. Okay, let me just explain. 9680 10648. 909680 106. Very
So 10.
interesting. Yeah, 10%. After 2 years, this is my amount. Now what I do is, and this is after 3 years. So what I do is I convert it into simple interest questions. So this is my principal at the beginning of third year, and this is my amount after 3 years. So 1 year time period, no difference between simple interest and compound interest. This is my new principal. So what is the interest earned? 968. 968 rupees earning on 9680 is 10%. You could have done this already. No need to apply compound interest. देखिए क्वेश्चन जितना भी डरावना नजर आता हो, अगर आप सजग हैं, अगर आप चौकन्ने हैं, अगर आप इंटरेस्ट ले रहे हैं और उसको बहुत सुगम सरल तरीके से सॉल्व करना चाहते हैं, you really want to step up and you want to convert it in a simple the simple, most simplistic way, the question becomes very easy. Compound interest questions are the easiest because you can convert them into simple interest questions. And that's why when the examiner or the evaluator gives you a compound interest question, they give you options and question values simple. In simple interest, what happens? They know it's a simple interest question, so they try to complicate it further. Compound interest के केस में क्या होता है? एक psychological pressure रहता है, already compound interest है, इसको आसान question करो. तो और उसको आपने क्या करना है? समझदारी से simple interest में convert कर दिया, काम खत्म. Are you getting what I'm trying to convey, students? What we have done is 2 साल के बाद जो अमाउंट था इसको मैंने नया प्रिंसिपल ले लिया. This is my new principal. This is at the beginning of third year and this is after the end of third year. So 1 year ka difference gives me the interest. So 1 year 968 on 9680 is exact 10%. देखिए 10% exact. Is this okay? Yes. Perfect. A person deposit. Did you get assignments for time and work pipes and sister yesterday? Students, क्या आपको assignment मिला? Yes or no?
Well, we didn't got any assignment yesterday, sir.
Okay. चल
No,
करेंगे.
sir.
Okay. No worries. No worries. I'll give you. Don't worry. I am responsible for everything. जो अच्छी बातें होती है उसके लिए हमारे बाकी टीचर्स भी जिम्मेदार हैं और जो अच्छी बात नहीं होती वो सब इसके लिए मैं जिम्मेदार हूँ. All right. I'll forward it to Keshav sir. अंकुर सर के पास होगा. मैं कर देता हूँ.
Sir, please forward this slide also, sir.
Yeah, of course. Every slide is your property, sir. Every slide आपके लिए स्पेशली सारी चीजें देखी गई हैं, तो फॉरवर्ड नहीं करने का मतलब ही नहीं. Keshav sir, I just forwarded you the yesterday's slide and this slide also I'll forward soon. Okay. ये तो ओरली हो जाएगा. 6,000 at 5% simple interest. 6,000 10 ये 600 रुपीज है पहला अमाउंट. दूसरा 5,000 8%. पहले साल इंटरेस्ट क्या हुआ स्टूडेंट्स? 400. और दूसरे साल क्या इंटरेस्ट अर्न होगा? 400 और 400 का 8% 32 432 which means 832. So 832 second पे हुआ, first पे 600. What is the difference? 232.
232.
Yeah, 232. आप orally कर सकते थे, फिर से मैं explain कर रहा हूँ. Kindly have a look. 6,000 rupees, 5% for 2 years makes it 10% of 6,000. That is basically 600 rupees. Now the problem is with the second part, but you make it simple. Break it into two parts. First year, 5,000, 8%, 400 rupees. Now, second year, you not only earn 400 rupees as interest, because it is a compound interest question, because the interest earned on interest. So your interest initially was 400. So your additional interest is 8% of 400, which is 32 rupees. मैं आपको एक बार एक्सप्लेन कर देता हूँ, कुछ लोग थोड़े से विस्मित हो रहे हैं कि ऐसा क्या हो रहा है. देखिए 6,000 रुपीज का 5% 2 years इजी था, ये 10% बनता है. अगर 100 से डिवाइड कर रहे थे तो ये 600 है. यहाँ कोई किसी तरह की परेशानी नहीं है. मैंने ये बताया कि 5,000 का 8% पहला 1 year आपने कैलकुलेट किया 400. नेक्स्ट, अब क्या होता टिपिकली, या तो आप इसको ऐड कर दो 5,400 का 8%, ये भी चलेगा. दिस इज ऑल्सो परफेक्टली ऑल राइट. 432. I add my interest, but I like to do it orally, so I don't like to do it here. I break it into two parts. 5,000 का 8% 400 और 400 का 8% 32. इस दोनों का डिफरेंस क्या है? 832 and 600. 832 and 600 is 232. Is this okay, students? Yes. Absolutely correct. All right. Difference between simple interest and compound interest when the time is 2 years is PR square. PR square. PR square. P is 15,000. R is 12.5%.
Recording in progress.
Interest was 80 rupees. Simple interest is same in every year. So first year also 40 rupees, second year also 40 rupees. Okay. Now, what is compound interest? 40 rupees तो मिलेगा. उस 40 rupees पे 4% और मिल जाएगा, which is equivalent to 1.60. That's all. Okay. Now let me quickly introduce the concept of partnership. देखिए आज पार्टनरशिप पूरा कंप्लीट नहीं हो पाएगा, लेकिन कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. कल की सुबह की क्लास में विल बी एबल टू मैनेज एवरीथिंग. पार्टनरशिप में कुछ भी नहीं है, बस समय और इन्वेस्टमेंट का प्रोपोर्शनैलिटी होता है. दैट्स ऑल. दे आर मल्टीप्लाइड. दैट्स इट. और एक स्लीपिंग पार्टनर का कॉन्सेप्ट है, एक वर्किंग पार्टनर का. समटाइम्स वर्किंग पार्टनर कैन बी गिवन सम मनी at the fag end, out of the dividend, out of the profit, and a sleeping partner only gets profit or dividend in proportion to the money that is invested and for the time that he spends there. ठीक है, चलिए सॉल्व करें कुछ क्वेश्चंस. 2 4 5 कर लेते ताकि कल कम करना पड़ेगा. Yeah. Rohit started a partnership business with Mohit with investing amount of 50,000 and 45,000. After 8 months, Deepak joined them with an amount of 30,000. At the end of the year, they get a profit of 4,200. How much money Deepak will get? Please understand here, the proportion of money invested is 10 is to 9 is to 6. Rohit's investments are for 12 months. So 10 portions, sorry, 20 portions, 12 months, 240. Rohit's share. Mohit's share, I'm teaching you oral first. Mohit's share, 12 months, 9 parts. Sorry, 10 parts. Sorry, 10. So 120 is Rohit's share, 10 into 12. Mohit's share, 9 into 12, 108. And Deepak's share, 4 into 6, 24. 4 into 6, 24. Deepak will get 4 out of 42, which is 2 out of 21. 4 out of 42, which is, so this is basically the ratio is 10 is to 9 is to 2. The ratio of profit is a product of time and money. So Deepak's profit share will be, Deepak's profit share will be 2 out of 21. Please understand, in partnership, students, Deepak is investing after 8 months. Means Deepak is investing for 4 months. How much? 30,000. Ravi, 50,000. 12 months. Another person, 45,000. 12 months. Okay, if I take this, I make this 12. Then why do I make it 12? 50,000 I'm taking out from everyone. No, I cannot take it. Sorry. Okay. I make this 10 parts. So 10 into 12, 120. I make this 9. 9 into 12. If I want to do orally, 108. And this is 6 parts, 24. So when I add them, I get 252. So his share will be 24 parts out of 252 into whatever was the dividend. Is this okay? Otherwise, what we have solved in this slide is equally good. It's just that I wanted to explain the concept to you. 10:9:2. So that's the price. All right. Sahil and Nitish rent a stable for 9 months. Sahil puts in 84 horses for 5 months. How many horses can Nitish put in the remaining month if Nitish pays twice of Sahil? तो साहिल ने जितना भी खर्च किया 84 into 5 से नितिश की वैल्यू should be, so it's very simple equation. Nitish is putting in for 4 months. Okay, so number of horses Nitish puts in should be, okay, so how much did Sahil put in, students? How many horses Sahil put in? How many horses did Sahil put in? 84
80.
horses. 84 horses for 5 months. This is 420. Now, Nitish has to, he's paying double. So he can do up to 840. 840 horses, number of horses into 4 months should be 840. Isn't it? So horses will become equal to 210.
210.
Yeah, because he's paying 840. Whatever, I mean, whatever ways you want to do it. As long as you understand and interpret it correctly, everything is fine. So they have done it by ratio, which is perfect. You see, Sahil is one part and Nitish is 2 parts, x into 4. Perfect. Okay. Let's try and finish as many questions as possible because tomorrow we have to do profit and loss, which is a very, very important topic. And if we are left with 2-3 questions, it's okay. But otherwise, we'll be saving time. Shina and Bhuvan started a business of utensils in Jagadhri by investing their money in the ratio 4:3. After 7 months, Preeti joined them by investing her money equal to Shina's investment. Shina's investment is 4. After 2 years, they get 25% profit, which is equal to 14750. 25% profit means investment was 4 times total investment of all the 3. So what is Preeti's investment? What is Preeti's investment? I'm just to save time, I'm just quickly rushing to that. Okay. So their investment is 4, 3, and Sheena does it for 24 months. Bhuvan does it for 24 months. Preeti does it for 17 months. Now, students' total profit will be 4 times because the profit earned is 25%. So the total investment is not total profit. Total investment is 59,000. 4 times. The investment by Preeti will be 68 upon, so 24, 18, 17. So 17 upon 59, Preeti's investment. Total investment is 59,000. So it will be 17 upon 59 of 59,000. Is this okay? Straight simple question. यहाँ पर एक चीज जो देखना था आपने, प्लीज लुक एट दिस. 25% प्रॉफिट. 25% प्रॉफिट का मतलब होता है कि अगर 100 रुपीज इन्वेस्ट किया तो 25 रुपीज प्रॉफिट में अर्न किया आपने. तो इसका मतलब है कि इन्वेस्टमेंट 4 टाइम्स था. तो जब प्रॉफिट हमने निकाला 14750 मेंशन है, सो इन्वेस्टमेंट इज 4 टाइम्स. इज दिस ओके? वेरी गुड. नेक्स्ट. इनका प्रॉफिट है 3:4:7. देखिए एक बात तय है, अगर मीना और शीना दोनों ने 7 मंथ्स इन्वेस्ट किया लेकिन प्रॉफिट 3:4 है, इसका मतलब उनका रेशियो 3:4 था. यहाँ पे कौन सा ऑप्शन है 3:4?
First.
फर्स्ट. So one way is cross check with first. So what I'll do is I'll straight away check with first. So 27, 36, 49, 27, 36, 49. So I said 27, 36, 49. 49 for how many months? 9 months.
9 months.
Perfect. This ratio, am I getting 3 is to, this is 3 is to 4 is to 7? Let's check this out. I take out 7 from each one of them. Okay. देखिए आपको मैथ समझना पड़ेगा. अब क्या बचा? 9 मैं इसमें से लेकर जाता हूं तो 3 मिलता, इसमें से भी 9 चला गया लेके तो 4 मिलता, और इसमें से भी 9 लेना पड़ेगा तो 7 मिल रहा है. तो ये आंसर सही था, ऑप्शन ए सही है. आर यू गेटिंग? और ये सब आप ओरली कर सकते हैं. कर पाएंगे? ये तो मैंने आपको एक्सप्लेन किया पेपर पे, अदरवाइज यू कुड हैव डन इट ओरली. अगर ओरल कॉन्सेप्ट समझ नहीं आता तो हमारे पास रिटन कॉन्सेप्ट भी है. थोड़ा सा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड हो जाता है. इसमें अलग अलग रेशियो निकाला गया. पहले शीना और मीना, फिर व्हाट इज द थर्ड कैरेक्टर? लव. फिर this for me is too complicated. I'll prefer the others. Just look at this 3:4. तो 3:4 यहाँ पर है. अच्छा, और चेक कर लेते हैं. इनका इन्वेस्ट 9 months है लेकिन शेयर 7 मिल रहा है, which means 7/9 होना चाहिए ऑफ द रेशियो ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट. हो गया. Is that okay? Are you getting the logic, please? कोई आवाज नहीं है. बिल्कुल
Yes, sir. Yes.
सर अगर
हाँ.
हमें एक बार पीछे कर सकते हैं सर
जी.
बस सर. सर इसमें आपने कहा कि जैसे 3:4 हम बिना मतलब सॉल्व करे
नहीं, वो
assume.
तो नन ऑफ दीज था, इसलिए मैंने क्रॉस चेक
हाँ
करने को कहा ना.
हाँ हाँ सर
अगर
इसलिए
अगर नन ऑफ दीज नहीं होता तो क्रॉस चेक करने की भी आवश्यकता नहीं थी.
बिल्कुल सर.
ठीक है, बिल्कुल आप सही कह रहे हो. मैंने इसलिए किया क्योंकि नन ऑफ दीज था. वी हैव टू रिस्पेक्ट द ऑप्शंस. ओके, ये इजी है. देखिए, इनका रेशियो ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट 3:4 है, लेकिन प्रॉफिट 3:2 है. यानी कि एंड कुसुम इज इन्वेस्टिंग इट फॉर, Anu is invested for 12 months. But Kusum's investment is their investment is in the ratio 3:4, लेकिन प्रॉफिट मिल रहा है 3:2, which means Kusum is investing for half the period. सिंपल बात है.
4.
6 months. 4 नहीं, आपने जल्दबाजी की समझ में. देखिए 3:4 है इनका इन्वेस्टमेंट, और इनको प्रॉफिट जो मिल रहा है वो 3:2 में मिल रहा है. ठीक है, which means Kusum is investing for half the time period. 3 is remaining 3, but 4 is becoming 2. So 4 is becoming half. So time period is half. 12 ka half is 6 months. That's all. Otherwise, 27,000 into 12 divided by 36,000 into x should be 3/2. Solve it. ट्वेंटी सेकेंड तक है पार्टनरशिप के क्वेश्चन. ठीक है, बहुत ज्यादा नहीं है, एक और करेंगे बस. 17th question. This is the last one. देखिए, आप लोगों को शॉर्टकट Three partners share the profit in the business of in the ratio of 5:7:8. They partnered for 14 months, 8 months, 7 months. Simple है. 14 months वाले को 5 parts मिला, 8 months वाले को 7 parts मिला, 7 months वाले को 8 parts मिला. ठीक है. Again, same question. Yes, please. Let's first do first two. 14 months, 8 months. Profit ka ratio 5:7, which means, okay, 14 months, 8 months, 5:7. 14 months, 8 months, 5:. Let the ratio of their investment be x upon y. X upon y will become ये आप समझ पा रहे हैं? इसने x टाइम इन्वेस्ट किया, ये y किया, मंथ्स के दिए हुए. फोर्टीन मंथ्स 8 मंथ्स था, सॉरी मैंने 7 ले लिया था. हाँ 8 मंथ्स ले लिया, ठीक है. 20:49. Now let's look at the options. Where do I have 20:49?
Option B.
Check for the third option. Check for the third person with the second one. So if I check for the second and third, so 8 months into x upon 7 into y should be 7 upon 8. 8 into x. Okay, let me check for the second one. Let me check. So what does it say? 8 into x upon 7 into y should be equal to 7 upon 8. X upon y will be 49 upon 64. See? 49 upon 64. तो और पुराना क्या था? 20 upon
20 upon
49.
49.
तो 20 upon 49 और ये 49 upon ये सेकंड कॉमन मिल गया, तो ये upon 64. 20:49:64 मिल गया. तो इजी है. आप इसको you please try and interpret it in the most simple manner. That's the best way to solve these questions. Is this okay? ये ठीक है. This solution is perfect, but I don't want to complicate you further. Question number 18. Question number 18. B's capital is 4 times C's capital and twice A's capital is equal to thrice B's capital. इस क्वेश्चन को आप सॉल्व करेंगे. इस क्वेश्चन को आप सॉल्व करेंगे. Today I'll share only partnership and interest वाले slides. Profit and loss will do tomorrow. Okay. Today in the second half we'll be doing logical reasoning, ताकि आपका इंटरेस्ट थोड़ा बना रहे. नहीं तो मैथ बहुत बोरिंग हो जाता है कई बार कईयों को. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. We meet again at 3:30. Take care. God bless.